Hey everybody, Leslie Flood from Yusen Associates. Thanks for joining us here today with our second installment of our Employee Spotlight series featuring David Parker, a senior sales representative with the Yusen Supply team. How you doing today, Dave?
Very well, fantastic. How are you, Leslie?
Excellent, thank you. Thanks so much for joining us today for a little fun interview. My first question to you is, what was your first job?
Oh, my first job was, I was probably 14 or 15, and I got a job. It was actually the property next door to us. The owner wanted to create a winery. This was in Connecticut, up in Pomfret, Connecticut. It was called Hamlet Hill Winery. So that I started right away. What's called picking rocks, which is literally turning over dirt with a tractor. You'd walk behind it, picking up rocks and putting them in the bucket. So it was an eye opener for sure.
Oh my gosh, talk about backbreaking, probably building some character work there.
Yep, it certainly was, and probably drove me to a career in sales. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't blame you there. Now that you're in sales, in the electrical industry, what's your background there? How did you get there?
I came out of grad school in '89, and I had done an informational interview with a friend of my father's who was an exec at Norton Company in Worcester.
Okay.
They didn't have anything at the time, but he had gone home to dinner. His daughter coincidentally worked at Yusen Associates, and he mentioned meeting me. And anyway, she had known about a job down on Long Island for Klein Tools. So I interviewed for that and moved down to Long Island and worked Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk County. That was my first sales job, was Queens.
Right. No kidding.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things come full circle with you being, with Yusen now, or back at Yusen, I should say. Through what was that? I'm sorry.
I'm a retread. Yep.
Through all of this and the different positions that you've had, what has been your favorite job in the electrical industry?
So I spent some time at a company called Sumitomo Electric Lightwave. I was, I would say, the most fun. I traveled a tremendous amount. My kids were really young, so it wasn't great for home life, but it was a lot of fun. I traveled Canada. I covered Canada and the Northeast, so I got to see some really cool stuff there. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, it sounds like an exciting job, and the traveling is always fun. Kind of shifting gears a little bit here, but along the same lines, when travel does become possible again after all of this craziness that we're going through, where's somewhere you'd really like to go?
Well, we had a trip planned in March for spring break down to Costa Rica, so we need to come through on that for the kids at some point. But I would say, really, my wife and I love St. John down in the Virgin Islands, and we hope to get back there sooner than later.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I bet it's beautiful there. I can't wait to travel again myself, and that's definitely something I like to do, during my regular life. But since we've all been stuck inside and at home with our families, we've all come up with new activities to do. What's been your favorite activity to do with your friends and family, since being in quarantine?
We've been doing a lot of Zoom games, currently dominating in Trivial Pursuit and other games we like. Beat Up the Neighbors the other day was pretty good. But I would say, Friday night pizza that we used to be takeout, I've been making some pizza, which I'm getting high scores for. So I'm pretty happy. And now I'm stuck making pizza Friday night. So.
Oh, that's awesome. We have Friday night pizza night here too at our house. It's always a lot of fun. And Friday night pizza can't come without a favorite beverage. What's your favorite one to sip on while you're making that pizza?
Well, Leslie, I'm a teetotaler. No, I'm a Guinness guy, I suppose. Maybe a little Belvedere with a twist might be good sometimes too. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, nice. After you guys do Friday night pizza night, is there a favorite show or movie that you've been watching together during this whole quarantine?
There is. My wife loves to do a little family. Everybody must come together to watch the show. It's one of the Star Trek's Discovery, I think it's what it's called, Star Trek Discovery. We're getting caught up, finishing season 1 of that right now. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's definitely great to spend some time at home with the family, but I'm sure we're all, anxious to get out and about and resume, back to normal here. What's the first thing you're excited to do once quarantine is over?
Well, I have my mom lives very close to us in assisted living, and
Mhm.
one of the things she and I do is get out for drives, and she's not been out in the fresh air in a long time with everything that's going on. So I would say get her out for a drive would be really something I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely looking forward to seeing family myself.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be there soon enough. This will all be behind us, thankfully.
Hope so.
So my last question to you, just a fun sort of random thing, is if you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Oh boy. I think I got to go with fly. I think that would be a
Oh,
right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with fly.
it would make traveling a lot easier, that's for sure.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, very cool. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Dave. I really appreciate your time. Hope you're staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon.
Back at you, Leslie. Thanks so much. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye bye.